When all is said and done, Spencer Gassett will never forget his glory days in a black and yellow Cisco uniform. Riding the highs of district titles, undefeated regular seasons, and playoff runs so long, it leaves you charging onto the biggest stage in the state of Texas.
You'll never forget a moment like that, playing in a state game.
What you don't know, Spencer's road to that state title game almost never happened. Rewind the clock to last summer. 7-on-7 football in full swing, and Spencer was just going with the flow before the season started.
I get to the game, and no, it's not a matter of maybe 15 minutes after that. That's when it all happened. Colton, we were running this route. I mean, it was like crossing, and I ran the in route, and he overthrew me just a little bit, and I thought I could catch it. And then that Baird safety came, and he was looking up too, and he didn't see. And I looked, and when I looked down, that's when we stopped, and then I fell to the ground. And then I wasn't bleeding or anything, and my coach told me to lay down because he seen the swelling in my eye and took my mouthpiece out. And then that's when all the blood started rushing out of my mouth and my nose.
When the bleeding wouldn't stop, it was off to the hospital in Eastland. X-rays there discovered numerous broken bones in his face. And then he went to Abilene and was X-rayed again. And there, the news went from bad to worse.
And they took X-rays of my face and my shoulder. And then he came back and he said, well, it doesn't look too good for you. And I was like, what's that mean? He goes, you broke 20 bones in your face. And then I broke my collarbone in 2 spots.
The impact was so devastating, doctors discovered Spencer's collarbone was hanging just above his heart.
And it was slanted, pointed down like that. And it was maybe an inch from my aorta. And like if I even bumped it or someone hit it, it would have stabbed right into my heart and I would have died.
And as all of this unfolded, Spencer's mom was rushing home from Oklahoma.
And all I wanted to do was get to Spencer. You know, and I needed to be there for Spencer.
Doctors went right to work, carefully correcting what one blow had done to his face and collar. He needed 2 surgeries to repair the damage to his face, but that still left his collarbone, which required working with kit gloves.
You know, they were scared it was sitting on that heart, and that orthopedic says, I'm not operating on your kid until we talk to the heart surgeon and talk to this person. I'm thinking, oh my gosh. And I felt so good, so thankful that there's these people at this hospital that are putting my kid, you know, his safety first and his life.
Thankfully, they dodged a bullet. No need for open heart surgery.
We get the phone call, and the doctor said it missed it by a centimeter, Christy. That bone missed it by a centimeter, but he's okay. Collarbone's gonna be fixed, and he's okay. And I thought, oh my gosh, a centimeter.
When I woke up, I checked and see if I had open heart surgery, and I was so glad I actually started crying when I was in the recovery room because I didn't have open heart surgery.
Then, the long road to recovery began. Spencer had to endure 6 weeks of his mouth wired shut, and a body so fragile he wasn't allowed to go outside until about the time he was discharged.
I went in there at 150, and I came out at 120, lost 30 pounds.
Spencer, his family, and friends and coaches who spent time with him at Hendrick agreed the care he received here was like no other.
I felt confident from the nurses on down to the people, you know, his doctors, just everybody. Everybody in that hospital was just there for us.
I can't say enough about that hospital and the things that they did to get this young man back for a contact sport like football so quickly. And that just says tons about the facility of Hendricks and the people that work for them and his family.
The diligent care those doctors and nurses put into Spencer's care and recovery allowed him return to the one place he was uncertain he would ever step foot on again. And Spencer made one of the biggest comebacks any young man could make.
And it took me a long time, probably took me until the end of the season to get ready. Playoffs started, that's when I was probably 100%.
From 115 pounds leaving Hendrick in the summer to charging through the tunnel, at Cowboys Stadium in December.
I can make it through this. All my friends are helping me. My nurses helped me through it. Being on the field with him was remarkable.
If that wasn't there for him, we probably wouldn't have seen him put on a football helmet this year.
If anything happened again to Spencer or to any of us, we would go back to Hendricks in a heartbeat.